You know, when they do one of these feature films, they create almost like a little village. This is like a village here, and all these trucks and everything has a different purpose for it. They got a barber shop here, they got a restaurant, they got a tavern, which is not supposed to be open until, but it does. I'm just guessing on that. And they've got a hydroelectric generating station here, and really it's just everything. You got everything in the town except the mayor. So it's really a perfect place. And of course, everything, one thing corresponds to another. Like I say, you know, you'll see. I'm going to take you through and show you all the different things. But I was asked about the Village Idiot. I believe someone said that's the star of the movie, which I guess must be Harold. But come on, I'll show you how all this thing works. It all works. And the beauty of this village is it's all on wheels, so you can actually get the town out of town long before the cops arrive.
Take one in camera only. Mark.
In the spring of last year, a film crew congregated at an unusual site, Possum Lodge, in a rural area of Ontario, Canada. They came to produce a feature film, an unlikely movie. It is the offspring of an unlikely television program, The Red Green Show, seen in Canada on the CBC and in America on PBS.
Well, we're the Dyrings. I'm Russell. This is Laura. We're from Layton, Utah.
I'm Anne-Marie Johnson from Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Gene Whittle from Gatesville, Texas.
Hi, I'm Ron Parr. I'm from Seattle. This is Dilla Cook.
I'm Dr. Preston Cartagena. I'm from Irvine, California.
Susan Sweeney. I'm from Houston, Texas.
I'm Ron Berkeley. I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Hi, I'm Pat Carson. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee, and I'm glad to be here.
Jason Varner, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
My name is Wade R. Miller, and I'm from Peoria, Illinois.
My name's Eric J. Johnson, from Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
My name is Kai Burchot, and I'm from Appleton, Wisconsin.
I'm Jeff Burchot.
My name is Willie Crane. I'm from Bloomington, California.
I'm Eric Swanson. I'm from Moline, Illinois.
Gary McDonald, Beaver Bay, Minnesota.
William Durham from Brainerd, Minnesota.
I'm Mike Randazzo from Reading, Pennsylvania.
My name is Louis Saunders. I'm from Charlottesville, Virginia.
My name is Joshua Anhalt. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
My name's John Baker from Portage, Michigan.
My name is Joanna Marie LaRose. I'm from Saginaw, Michigan.
My name's Jim Bailey. I'm from Akron, Ohio.
Jeff Quando from Rochester, New York.
These are PBS viewers. They pledged support for the Red Green movie through their local PBS station and were given the opportunity to come up to Canada and appear as extras. They came from all over America to visit this strange land and to take part in what they hoped would be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Not knowing what to expect, other than tremendous currency exchange, they were fitted with wardrobe and fitted into scenes. As we speak with these people, we begin to discover the frustratingly indefinable and perpetually unexplainable appeal of the red-green phenomenon.
Man, they're coming from all over, eh? Tennessee and everywhere.
One bright spot in the movie is the return of Red's nephew, Harold, to Possum Lodge. Harold had formerly left the television show to take a junior executive position at a large multinational corporation in the city. But he returned when the big screen called. You haven't been appearing on the television series for the last couple of seasons. What enticed you to come back and do the movie?
Well, actually, when you have an uncle like Red Green, you know, there's a humiliation factor involved, you know, necessarily, and it's not always a good thing, right? So I thought, well, it's only TV. Who's really going to see it anyway? So.
But the movie will have a much bigger audience.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, much bigger. So I figured, well, if the whole world's going to be watching Red Green, I better get in there and protect my interests.
To make sure your family comes across in a good light.
Absolutely. I was very vocal about how I wanted my character to be represented on the large screen, you know. Yes, oh yes, we had our arguments, you know, but I was eventually allowed to maintain my personal dignity.
That's not funny.
So you have final approval on the editing?
No, but what I am allowed is, you know, to express my feelings from time to time. You know, but I understand my point of view is getting across because I can see it in their eyes, you know, the way they shake their heads when they walk away. And I can live with that.
My name's Gordon Detman from Pierce, South Dakota.
My name's Eric Oliver. I'm from
I guess I'm from Newport News, Virginia, actually.
My name is Floyd McCabe, and I'm from Waukesha, Wisconsin.
I'm Doug Welker, and we're both from Pelkey, Michigan.
My name is Colette Bailey. I'm from Peoria, Illinois.
Oh, my name is Daniel Punt. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is the United States, of course.
Well, I'm Harold Baker from Clay, New York, which is a little ways north of Syracuse.
Well, my name's Ben, and I'm from Tampa, Florida.
And I'm Ines Baker, and his wife. Sometimes I like him at it, and other times.
My name's Dave Muller. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
My name's Everett Brown. Steve is my son. I live in Neoga, Illinois.
My name's Ed Pensinger. I'm from Lion Station, Pennsylvania.
My name's Dwayne Crippen. I'm from Three Oaks, Michigan.
I'm Mark Mattis.
I'm Nancy Schultz.
We're from Warren, Massachusetts.
My name's Chuck Williams. I'm from Centralia, Illinois.
My name is Bob Chammings. I'm from Superior, Wisconsin.
I'm Miriam Gillespie. We're from West Virginia, at Charleston, West Virginia.
I'm Billy Gillespie.
Well, my name is Rob Brunage. I'm from Hammondsport, New York.
I'm Ben Brunage, and I'm also from Hammondsport, New York.
Dalton Humphrey plays a major role in the movie. In real life, he's the owner of Humphrey's Everything Store, but other than his marriage, he has no acting experience. Mr. Humphrey, what is it about the movie business that's impressed you the most?
Gotta be the money, huh? See these clothes? This is my wardrobe. Completely paid for. And you know I get to keep it? The food, holy cow, you can eat and eat and eat and eat, and no one says anything about it. You know, you can even take a couple of desserts home in your pocket. Oh, boy. As long as you don't spill any in your wardrobe.
So they're treating you well on the shoot?
Oh, I got my own dressing room, I got TV, I got air conditioning, I got microwave. It's fantastic.
It's just like home.
No, nothing like home. No, that's a good thing, too. Boy, no, I can see how these big actors do so many of these movies if they get treated like this. Oh, boy. Did I mention the food?
Yes, you did.
You know what? I'm going to bring my wife to the set on Friday so she can see what it's like. Get some food from the craft services, bring it in, have her eat it in my dressing room.
Is that your way of taking her out for dinner?
Well, it is my anniversary.
Good.
One of the more unusual characters is Ranger Gourd, who ordinarily spends his time in a remote fire tower. In the movie, he has a radically different assignment. Tell us about the role you play in the movie.
Sure. In this feature, I portray a guy who operates a railway station on the outskirts of Mercury Creek. It's a very quiet railway station. There's no passengers, no trains. I don't know how people do it.
Tell us a little bit about what you went through to get the part.
Well, Red just came up to me and said, "You be the railway station guy." It was that simple. He has a lot of confidence in me. He's seen my work.
You've been in other movies?
No, but I make a lot of them up in my head. And I've told Red all about them. He knows that I'm very comfortable in the world of make-believe.
What happens to your fire tower all the time that you're down here making this movie?
So I'm only here one day.
But the movie's being shot over a few months.
I'm only here one day. Sorry. I'm only here one day.
Between takes, we had a chance to speak with some of our friends from PBS. We asked them to remember the first time they saw the Red Green Show and to tell us what they thought.
I laughed my head off. Actually, I laughed at the show and at my wife because she laughs so hard that she almost falls off the sofa every time she watches.
I thought that perhaps I had not actually tuned into PBS.
It's cool, finally some quality TV.
Loved it. Just loved it. It was, in some respects, it reminded me back when growing up in Chicago, watching on Sunday nights the old Monty Python, that type of, humor, the whole thing just so original.
I saw the Red Green Show probably 8 years ago, and it takes about 3 or 4 to really get into the Red Green Show. I have a daughter who's 14, and we used to sit on the couch on Saturday night together, or actually I think it was Sunday night it was on, and we just laughed. I thought it was hilarious, all the small little bits.
Oh my goodness, you're asking an old man to remember something back that long ago. I think the first thing, and still the only thing that I really, really get out of the show is that I can identify with a lot of the things that happen on the program.
Grown people shouldn't have this much fun.
Of course, the central figure in all of this is Red Green himself, an icon who symbolizes what it is to be an apparently simple man in an extremely complex world. The kind of enigma that often makes for a difficult interview. You're a man who's sensitive to things around you. What are you feeling at this moment?
Good. No, I'm fine. Knee's good.
I know you're excited right now. Can you describe that excitement for us?
Well, it's just, I'm looking forward to doing something I enjoy. I wouldn't really call it excitement. It's more relief if I don't have to do something I don't enjoy. You know, like watch tennis or shop for clothes. Like that, you know, so it is something I enjoy, but I wouldn't call it excitement. I mean, this is not the first time I've gone through the opening of trout season, you know.
Now, you know I'm not talking about trout season. I'm talking about this being the very first shooting day of your feature film.
Oh yeah, right. You know, that's fine then.
What's going through your mind right now?
You know, I'm getting nothing.
I know you're kidding around here. That's the same delicious understatement that is such a trademark of all your work.
Yeah. Well, you got me named.
And I totally get what you're saying. You need some time alone to go over your lines.
How do you mean?
Your lines, the script lines that you have to do today?
No, I don't know. I don't have any lines. I believe I'm what they call a natural on camera.
But you must have lines. There's got to be a script for this movie.
Really? Boy, that's going to be a disappointment to a lot of my fans.
First time I saw it, I fell in love with it. It was hilarious. I completely identified with all the sketches and all the comedy in the show.
That Red and I have a lot in common.
I thought it was hysterically funny. I laughed almost the whole way through. Though I was a little leery of it. I had gone home to my parents in Pennsylvania and they told me about it, and I thought they were kidding at first, and then they made me watch it, and ever since I've tried to watch it all I can.
I laughed my butt off.
Really?
I liked it because it was different.
It was different.
It's funny.
Different and the kind of humor that I like.
I thought slapstick. I thought Three Stooges. I thought it was just a fun thing to watch.
We've always kind of taken to the shows that have that kind of a dry Canadian sense of humor, and it definitely has it.
I can't remember the first time I saw it, but I thought, well, here are people who think to some extent the way I think, you know, don't take life too seriously sometimes, and yeah, I always felt like I could even fit in on that show.
Early on in the movie, local reprobate Mike Hammer plays an integral role in helping the men come up with enough duct tape to save the lodge. We caught up with Mike on the set. Mike, with your checkered past, this movie opportunity must be like a dream for you.
Oh, sure. Like, maybe I've strayed off the straight and narrow a time or two, but I've paid my debt to society, and will continue to do so until I get a check to clear. But I've been completely rehabilitated, and now consider myself to be a contributing member of the Possum Lake community.
So you help neighbors and local charity groups?
Yeah, 100 hours worth.
And you're also being helpful in the movie?
Oh, for sure. Like, I got a lot of contacts, right? Like, guys who can get stuff very, very cheap. And that's come in very handy. Like, we use a lot of duct tape on this film, and rather than go through the frustrations of buying retail, I'm able to use my hot wiring expertise to go directly to the source.
But aren't you concerned that criminal activity will prevent the movie from getting produced?
Oh, no, we should be fine. You see, the courts are pretty backed up, and this is just a 30-day shoot.
First time I saw the Red Green show was on WGVU out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. I really wasn't sure what I was watching. I think I'd looked at my wife and I said, what is this about? And the more I watched it, the more I fell in love with it. I mean, when Red talks about middle-aged gentlemen, if you're 50 years or older, you know exactly what he's talking about. I mean, I sit there and go, wow, how does he know me?
Well, I was flipping through the channels and I watched it on WVIA TV 44 out of Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. And so this is great. Who comes up with something like this? I said, I gotta watch it. I gotta tell everybody I work with to watch this show.
Well, I've traveled back and forth to Canada since I was a very young man, going to fishing camps up in northern Ontario. So the premise kind of pushed a button on me, and when I seen it, I really related to a lot of things. And then with all the stuff that relates to men and men's problems, it's been a pretty good experience for me.
Somebody I can relate to. This guy's right on.